Hello and welcome to What the F Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Monday, October 11th, 2021. Welcome to day 265. A Capitol Police whistleblower accused the agency's two senior leaders of significant failures surrounding the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. The whistleblower accused Sean Gallagher, the USCP's acting chief of uniformed operations, and Yogananda Pittman, the assistant chief of police for protective and intelligence operations, of failing to take appropriate action which directly contributed to the deaths and wounding of officers and civilians. The whistleblower also accused Pittman of lying to Congress about an intelligence report Capitol Police received the day before the riot. Pittman told congressional investigators in April that senior officials were also aware of the intelligence before the attack. The whistleblower, however, claimed that Pittman never sent the single most important piece of intelligence information with any members of USCP leadership. Meanwhile, a federal appeals court temporarily reinstated the nation's most restrictive abortion law. The Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals late Friday struck down a lower federal court ruling that temporarily blocked the Texas law from enforcing its ban on abortions as early as 6 weeks into the pregnancy, with no exceptions for rape or incest. The DOJ has until October 12th to respond to the ruling, but the ban will remain in effect until then. Moving on, the pharmaceutical manufacturer Merck asked the FDA for emergency use authorization for its antiviral pill to treat COVID-19 after the pill cut hospitalizations and deaths in half in a clinical trial. If authorized, the drug known as molnupiravir would be the first antiviral pill to be issued to treat COVID-19. Meanwhile, the Biden administration canceled the remaining Trump-era border wall contracts in the Laredo and Rio Grande Valley. After taking office, Biden suspended wall construction and called for a review of projects and funds. In late July, Customs and Border Protection terminated 2 border wall contracts in the Laredo area, covering approximately 31 miles. The latest cancellations cover some 44 miles. Meanwhile, the Biden administration has reunited 52 families that were separated by the Trump administration's zero-tolerance border policy. At least 1,000 migrant children still remain without their parents. Michelle Brain, the head of the Family Reunification Task Force, said progress has been slow because there was no system in place for documenting separations, and people have moved since their separation. In D.C., Trump's hotel lost more than $70 million while he was in office, despite taking in an estimated $3.7 million from foreign governments. The House Committee on Oversight and Reform said the Trump Organization had to inject $27 million into the hotel from other parts of its business, and that it got preferential treatment from Deutsche Bank, which had previously loaned Trump $170 million to renovate the hotel. The committee, which recently obtained documents from the General Services Administration, said the information raises concerns about possible violations of the Constitution's Foreign Emoluments Clause. And finally, the Saudi royal family gifted Trump and his administration officials with 3 robes made out of white tiger and cheetah fur, as well as a dagger that appeared to be made out of ivory. When a White House lawyer concluded that the gifts most likely violated the Endangered Species Act, the Trump administration instead held on to them and failed to disclose them on the State Department's legally required annual filings for foreign gifts. The State Department's Inspector General is also investigating whether Trump's political appointees took gift bags worth thousands of dollars, which were meant for foreign leaders at the 2020 G7 summit. The summit was canceled because of the coronavirus pandemic. The Inspector General is also trying to locate a $5,800 bottle of Japanese whiskey that was given to Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, as well as a 22-karat gold coin given to another State Department official. The Trump administration also reportedly never disclosed that Jared Kushner received 2 swords and a dagger from the Saudis, which he later paid for after he left office. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.